Now, when we talk about hepatic resection, it can be based on the segments proper, and I'll come to that in details, or it could be not taking care of the segments, and it's called a atypical liver resection or non-anatomical liver resection. So when I talk about anatomical liver resection, when the surgeon tells me patient is for right hepatectomy, I know he's going to remove the segment 5, 6, 7, 8. The left hepatectomy is 2, 3, 4. The extended right is in addition to the right segment 4 and sometimes 7, 1. The extended left in addition to 2 to 4, even the segment 5, 8. And the left lateral liver resections, there are a number of guidelines, which now currently we talk about major liver resections is 3 or more segment resections. So anything like a left hepatectomy and above is a major liver resection. Now, before going to the details of anesthesia, I'm going to talk about a couple of slides on the functions of the liver. We know it's a very important organ of our body. It is involved in metabolism of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, mainly also detoxification of drugs and toxins by the phase 1 and the phase 2 reactions. It's also a storage organ for glycogen, vitamins A, D, E, and C, also for iron and copper, and mainly again reservoir of blood. It also has this of degradation of endotoxins. It takes part in lactate metabolism, filtration of bacteria. In addition, has immunological functions by synthesis of immunoglobulins and also phagocytic actions by Kupffer cells. Mainly, in addition to all this, it's the production of coagulation factors, fibrinogen, prothrombin 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, and also protein C and protein S, which deficient make the patient procoagulant, that is, formation of a thrombus. Now, coming to the indications of liver resection, it could be for a MET, that is metastatectomy, or could be primary tumors of the liver, benign or malignant, or when there is a donation for a transplant, that is a liver transplant, or in case of a hepatic trauma. How much can you resect? You can safely resect 80%, but this is in the rest of the 20% which you leave behind has to be normal liver, because liver is an organ which regenerates, and it starts regenerating within 3 days post resection. So as early as 72 hours, the liver will start to regenerate and will come to its original size by 6 months. The non-parenchymal cells, such as bile duct, endothelial, and Kupffer cells, though replicate slowly and regenerate. Now, is there something when we post the patient for a liver resection, we are always talking about the FLR. What is a FLR? That's a future liver remnant. As to how much following the resection will the liver be left behind. So the critical residual liver volume, which will be left behind, as I said, you can easily remove 70 to 80% and leave behind 20 to 30%. But this 20 to 30% should be normal liver. So it really depends upon if there is any existing liver disease or how is the functions of the liver. Now, how can you decide this on? A CT gives you an accurate estimation, and all patients posted for liver resections will have an FLR, which is calculated. Mind you, the right liver constitutes 45 to 80% of the total liver volume, and the left liver 15 to 45% of the total liver volume.